Hello, everybody. My name is Wayne Murphy Jr. I am a recent graduate from the State University of New York at Fredonia. I just graduated with my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theatrical Production and Design with a concentration in lighting design. And amidst all this craziness going on with the COVID-19, with the self quarantining and social distancing, I decided that I am going to use some of my skills and I'm going to design a show from home. Reason I want to do this is I want to invite some of the people who might not be in the theater world into my world and see how things are done. And I know a lot of times, a lot of my family asks me, how do you do this? How do you go about your process? What do you do? What is it you do behind the scenes? And I really want to show people what it is I do behind the scenes. Um, as I said, I'm a recent graduate, and everything I'll be showing you is how I do things. I know a lot of people do things differently. I tell a lot of people I work with, especially when I work with younger student crews, that every designer is different, every person is different. They have different ways of doing different things. So again, the way you are going to see me do things is going to be different from the way other people do things. That is completely okay. We're all theater is a very collaborative art, and it's open to many, many different styles of different ways of doing things. So a couple days ago, I put out the call on Facebook to all my Facebook theater friends, director friends, for different plays they would want to see me do, see if anybody wanted to be my director for this show. And a few people came in and sent in scripts, sent in ideas. I think I'm going to be able to do a couple of these depending on how long everything goes. We'll kind of see how things go. I mentioned it in my Facebook post. I don't know when I'll be able to put these videos out, just because of how things are going with me and how things are going everywhere else. But we'll see when I get to these videos, and hopefully I'll be able to do them all in a timely manner. So this is the first video of this journey. I don't really have a name for it yet. I don't know if there's going to be a name for it, but it's going to be a fun time. So the first place I guess to start is when you're a designer, or when you're a master electrician or a head electrician, production electrician, whatever you might be. The first step in the design process is commitment. So I am going to commit to a play called Peoples, Places, and Things by Duncan Macmillan. I had to think about the author for a second. And this piece was submitted to me by Megan Robb. We've done a few shows together with Mohawk Valley Community College, Utica Dance, and the Wild Rep Theater. So we've been working together a little bit. I'm very excited to be able to do this with her, get some feedback from her on her choices as a director and my choices as a lighting designer. So that is commitment. The next step in the process is to actually read the play. It is recommended that the designer reads the play a number of times. I think the base recommendation is 3 times. The first time you read it, the first couple times you read it, is just to read the play and just soak it all in, soak the story and exactly what's going on. And then from there you can start thinking about technical elements, lighting elements, what colors you want to use, what palette you might have. What I typically like to do is I read the play once or twice before I talk to my director. In academia, what we do is we have a director's concept meeting, and we come together, all of us, the design team, all the designers, all the technical staff, we come together and we hear from the director on what their concept is going to be for the show. So oftentimes they put together a slideshow and they present things on costumes, lighting. These are some of the ideas they have. So typically When I was doing shows at Fredonia, I would read the play itself, just the text, once or even twice before I would go into the meetings. I'd go into the meeting, I would take notes on what the director had to say, and then I would go back and I would read the show again. And I would read it with all of these technical elements in mind. That way, I would start to get an idea of my color palette, what I wanted to use, different gobos I wanted to use them, different scenes would play out in my mind with how they would look. And from there, we would start going into the research phase. So that's what I'm going to be doing between this video and the next video. Is I'm going to be reading the play, talking to Megan about her concept, and starting research. What we're going to be doing is we'll have background research on the time of the play, and then we'll have some conceptual research about how the play is going to look. So I'll be going through and finding different photos, different images of what I think this world of the play on stage is going to look like. And as we go through that, I will show you a few things, a few research images, a few stock images, and I'll give you, my viewing audience, the concept as well. So I think that's just about it for this first video. As we go through this whole process, I'll be explaining what we do, what I do as we go along. I do have a couple, a 3D modeling program that I'm going to use, Vectorworks. I'm going to be putting my lighting plot in that 3D model. I'm hoping to be able to use that model in a pre-visualization software, so I can see some cues play out, and we can even do some in-home, at-home cueing, so you guys can see that process as well, because that process is always, honestly, it's a lot of fun. This whole process to me is a ton of fun. Touching my face with everything going on. So I really hope you enjoy this journey. These videos will be posted on my YouTube page, which is my personal YouTube page, and then those links will be sent to Facebook. And who knows, I might be putting some short snippets on my Instagram page, or I now have a TikTok. I don't know if I'll be putting some on those. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But for right now, my main source is going to be my Facebook page and also my YouTube page. And before I forget, a very special thank you to Finn Dowling, who is going to be providing some underscoring and some sound effects throughout these videos as we go. These sound effects he's providing may pertain to a certain scene that I'm lighting at the time, or they might just be, they might be underscoring to go with the video in the world of the play, or even in the world of the musical, whatever it is we do. I'm also hoping, as I go through these certain plays or these musicals, I'll be doing a little bit here and there with some concert lighting as well on my Grand MA software that also runs the visualizer. So all in all, it should be a fun time. We'll see what we get to and when we get to it in this journey, and we'll see how everything goes. So in the meantime, stay safe out there, stay healthy. This is, I was about to sign off. I don't even know if I need to sign off. So yeah, have a great day, everybody.